Hi Sagittarius, this is Mary with Sayre Seer. This is your November 8th through the 15th weekly tarot. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. So what we're going to do is, I'm just trying to think about the way, I am going to get some new cards, but I have to wait till probably the first of the new year before I can do that. But so I think that'll be fun for us to have some new ones. So we're just going to pull one of these. This is and this is really great. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle. So this is called Listening. Okay. So it's number 53, which is an 8. And listening talks about listening to what you don't hear. Listening to information, like, you know when they say read between the lines? So this is the same way with the listening. So we're being asked to listen to what's between the words. Does that make sense? What's between the words, what's in, what people are not saying. So say if you say something to somebody and you say, you have a conversation and they don't say anything, they don't respond. That may tell you quite a bit. Like if you said, you know, like you're having a conversation, you said, well, I would never, you know, like I wouldn't, you give them your feelings about something and then they don't, you know, they don't have any response. And that was something important or really important to you. Say if you said that you believe that people should be monogamous and you said that and they didn't say a word. That would tell you something. You know what I mean? Something like that. It's really blatant, but sometimes we just think other people are like us. And one of my big lessons, this is just me, is to realize that people don't have the same good intentions that I do. And so that's been a rude awakening in the last year or so. Really, truly. So okay, let's pull one of these. Sage. So the Sage asks you to be devoted and committed. The Sage is also the wise one, right? So, Sagittarius, you may be finding that people come to you for help, or for guidance, or just to be in your energy, and maybe that's where they're coming to you with that, with conversations, and where you're kind of being guided to listen to what is not being said. So I don't know if you work with the public or you're around family members. It's something to do with like that. But we'll get more information. It's just a place to start here. So okay. So are you ready for the holidays? Holy moly! This happened fast, right? Okay. So the elephant also, there's an elephant in this picture, and there's music. So what's in the music? Maybe I'm getting some other messages here. Well, elephants are wise, so I don't know if you have like this soul that's really wise. It's kind of like an old soul. I'm not sure if you've been told that before. And this could be you, Sagittarius, or the other party. You could resonate all or in part. But there may be something you hear in music, like I don't know. I don't know if you get messages in music. Or maybe you're going to, because it is about listening. But there's information that's not being tapped into or accessed just because it's in between what isn't being heard. Maybe there's some clairvoyant stuff coming too. Like, I forgot what they're all called. I should know this because I'm such a geek when it comes to information, but like, is it clairaudience when you hear things? So that's the other thing. Maybe you start hearing actual voices and stuff, like when there's a portal open. Sometimes there's portals open and I hear, it sounds like an echo, but it's like murmuring of people, like there's like another dimension kind of open or vibration. It's really interesting. And there's different locations where it opens more. Like at my mom's house, she has one that opens, and it's no big deal. It's like people talking, like a bunch of murmuring. It's really interesting. Okay. Wow. So, first card up is Temperance, reverse. I'm going to put them up and then we're going to go from there. I thought I'd do it different. We have 8 of Wands. Okay. We have the Fool reversed. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay. So Temperance reversed, this reminds me of somebody maybe having trouble healing. Somebody that's like their body. Okay, it's kind of like their body is not aligned right. And it doesn't, I don't always read this like this, so that's kind of why I'm listening, you know, like you're being advised to, right? So, kind of like somebody's not healing well, like maybe they're not doing too well, and maybe you might be concerned about them, or this could be you again, but I'm going to act like it's you concerned about them, because I have to pick a side, okay? So this person, okay, so, and then there's information. So I'm going to pull more cards on that. I've got several things, but I just want to clarify it and make sure. Then we have the 8 of Wands talks about communication or movement, okay? And it's swift, okay? And it could be, it's a download. There's a download here. Okay. I don't know, okay. I don't know if you've been blocking it. You've been blocking some kind of spiritual awakening or some kind of spiritual guidance, or maybe you get messages and you've been like, no, that can't be. It's just all in my head. No. I'm not sure if, I think this is you. Sorry, I'm going to flip it again. I feel like this might be you. Maybe you're not healing. Maybe, and you know, when this is reversed, it kind of reminds me of addiction, but not necessarily feels that way. But maybe there's like, there's something going on in your life that has you off balance, you know, like, but it feels like it's emotional. And I think that there's your guides and spirit, God, your higher self, they're trying to help you. But because you're not connected, you're not allowing the connection, they're having trouble reaching you. Listen. Oh, that's it. Listen. Okay, so they want you to listen. Because they want to give you that download. That's something, they want to give you something that's going to help. Wow, that was big. Woo! Do you feel that? Okay. All right, so now. So I put this healing in this cloud. It's like an eye cloud, only for healing and spiritual guidance or whatever you need. So to keep the free will in for all of us and protection for all of us, I put the healing for you through these readings in this H cloud, healing cloud, S cloud, spiritual cloud, and it can be accessed. That I'm sure other people do that. I'm sure the collective does that. In fact, I know they do. Yeah, I just heard they do. But anyway, you can access that at any time. Please connect me to the cloud of healing, okay? Through, you know, I just thought I'd let you know. Because that, it's like the download is up there too for you. Okay, weird, huh? Okay, so the Fool reverse talks about okay, well, I don't want to. If that's crazy, I'm not crazy. People think I'm crazy if I say anything. Yeah, yeah. That's why certain things we don't need to tell everybody. You're not crazy, because if you're going, oh crap, she talking to me? I might be. I might be. So, okay. It's okay to question it. It's okay not to just jump off into some airy-fairy New Age thing. We should have discernment, you know, because you take things on with passion, and I love that. We love that. Okay, we'll get more on that. Next one is the King of Pentacles. So, oh, okay, so this is like maybe how you want people to see you, like this person that has it together, that's grounded, you have a business and you have a home and you have, well, you probably have a family, or you're going to get married. You're going to ask somebody to marry you, and this doesn't fit in, does it? It doesn't fit in, and what are they going to think, right? What are they going to think? Well, what you should know, or what I'm being guided to tell you, is that just allow a little bit, you know, just if you feel comfortable, because you never want to be, and no, nothing would ever be forced upon you, but this must be somewhere in there, and that's why this imbalance is here. Something you need help with, or something is missing, right? And then, I don't know if you, maybe it's about having stability, so it could, or having that family and engagement and a good relationship. Maybe that's what you're asking for. And so that's where the guidance needs to come in, either one. So it could be different for different people. But how is that going to get me that? And what are other people going to think? But not everybody has to know, and you take it one bit at a time. And I think what might happen is there's going to be more people that understand this in the future. It's kind of opening up that way. So you might be surprised, just, you know, there's this new thing they're saying, just accept where you are right now. And why would people say that? Why are we getting direction for that? And I've been told that a lot, too. Well, if we accept where we are right now, we can actually deal with our emotions that are here instead of avoiding them, or trying to create, that here and now really, it puts us in this grounded place. You can be grounded and spiritual at the same time, absolutely. So one doesn't have to be the other. You don't have to be willy-nilly or grounded, you know what I mean? That's just silly, the way I said that, I mean. So the Wheel of Fortune reverse says, it does not have to turn your world upside down unless you let it. I mean, if you know you're not with the right person, or you want to have somebody else, or you know your job is not the one you should be in, even though you have stability, it doesn't have to be turned upside down. You can ask and allow and listen, because you can go as fast as you want. But if you resist, which appears you may be doing, then it will be taken down fast. And it's not. I mean, it's just because because you might have agreed to this, or you might have wanted this and been asking for this. So, and because somehow this is related to what your soul wants, or what you would make you happy, but there's still that what will people think, and how do I get started, and a lot of us don't even. I mean, there's more and more resources for everything every day, but the biggest resource is listening to your soul. your soul's music. I don't know if you got a music thing, but your soul's rhythm, your soul's music. Because you are the sage. What you don't realize is you're blocking that may be the gift. That may be the gift. And it could be as simple as taking it easy and showing other people how to take it easy. And even if you don't talk about it, or whatever you're comfortable with, they will listen and they will hear it too. You see? It's a beautiful thing to be an example and not push it down people's throat, because then, that doesn't help anybody. And now, I'm not saying you did, but I'm just thinking of examples different times when I try to push things, or change people. That didn't work. But you can take it easy and then do the things you love to do still. Everything. It might just have a bigger picture because you're listening between everything. You're saying, wow, you're looking at it with different eyes, especially different ears, and different connection. Because a connection, because you're connected, Sagittarius. 16 minutes. Okay, so I'm doing this really big show. I have my holiday shows almost every weekend, a 3 to 4 day show with my jewelry business. They're really a lot of fun. I've been tagging product for 2 days straight. 12-hour days. It's nuts. But you have to have a lot of volume. But anyway. So, long story short, we're not going to make this too long, but we're still going to give you as much as we can. I think it's been pretty good so far. So we're just going to do one or two extra cards on each just to open it up a little bit. Let's just get a little bit of information about maybe this imbalance, needing to get that turned back around. And whether you decide to go forward that way or not, you can, just a minute. You can just not be ready yet. That's okay. But that's allowing, it's, how when you resist, something persists. What you resist persists. It's a resistance that may be causing how you're feeling, your worry, your anxiety, that. So if you just go, okay, I'm just not ready for that right now. I don't know enough, or whatever you need. Speak it, because they're listening too. Or you can think it, but sometimes when we speak the words, we tend to hear what's in our heart, okay? And it might be fun, even if you're not ready yet, to look at things or hear things with different ears, knowing that this is something that you already have. Okay? All right, so a little bit about Temperance reverse. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you don't know, not sure, reverse. Not sure if you want to receive that offer. Yeah. I don't really want that offer. No, I don't need that offer. It doesn't sound, it sounds like, I'm not sure that's a good offer. It's okay. That's okay. So we honor wherever you're at, wherever anybody's at right now, because there is freedom of choice. So, and how do I juggle all that? Is this Two of Pentacles? How do I juggle that in this life and that life? And it's okay. If you get to the point where you start accepting this, or if you're already doing this, just be kind to yourself and you'll know how to move forward. And you can ask for guidance. Of course. They're right there. They just want you to know they're there. Okay? So, now if you're juggling other things, you might want to get a handle on that though, okay? That could be keeping you off balance when you know there's something you need to change that maybe not be good for a few people, okay? There's a few, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's look at the Eight of Wands here. So, Four of Pentacles. So, this is about being more open. There's Four of Pentacles reversed. Being more open to not just the Pentacles, or they're tangible things like these cards, this table, this floor, even the air seems tangible, right? So being open to things that are not so tangible, okay? let's get one more card there. Okay, so the Sun. There is some shadow work that needs to be done here. And that may be, maybe that's some of what you need help on. And that maybe... It's like, I always want to sing "The sun will come out tomorrow." When I see this reversed. Okay. That stuff that you feel guilty about, well, it's like this. Handle what you need to right now. Because that's lessons. But you're still worthy. Okay? Because this reading is about you. And just because you're here, you are like I am. I am what? I am worthy, and so are you. Got it? But do the right thing. If you got stuff you got to clean up, might want to get that done. And, if you got to... I don't know. If you got to tell some people some things, you might want to do that too. Okay, so let's look at the full mat now. Not wanting to make big mistakes, worrying about how to move forward. Where I have the Five of Wands reversed. This is about worrying about how other people are going to feel or what they're going to say and all of that. And, I think it comes down to, we said take your time and all that, and this is, people may say the wrong things when this is reversed, or this could be getting past worrying about what people say. Coffee here. At some point, this is your life, not theirs. And then what they're actually saying, maybe you should listen to what that means. Because it probably means they don't approve of what they're doing. So they have no right. And I'm sorry. That just came out. I'm not trying to be whatever. But I think that maybe that, again, they're listening to what people are not saying. They're listening to, why are people saying this to you? Why are they worrying about what you're doing? Now, if you're hurting people, that's different. People should have something to say or, But that is not what it feels like here. I mean, it feels like you need to clean up a little bit of stuff. Depends on who's listening. But this is more about other people in your business and you worrying about that. That's the way that feels there. Okay, so, but I have this Chariot here. I have this Chariot here, and it has this really laid back Queen. She reminds me of the Queen of Swords, She's in the purple, and she has like she just looks like she's not going to put up with any crap. And she's got these sphinxes. Sphinxes, such a weird word, right? One's light, one's dark. This is the duality we have. And there is something you want to do, isn't there? Some forward movement. It's just about having the light and dark in you balanced. Having peace. How do you know you're balanced? When you have peace right in here. Right in there. Okay? Should be able to go forward with whatever you want. As long as you have your balance here. So the King of Pentacles, we have this stability and stuff, and it actually could be someone else, but it kind of feels like that it's either what you want or how kind of the way you see yourself, or because we had that Fool card before. But then I have the Lovers here. So now when we see the Lovers, it's like a decision might need to be made about love. And also a Gemini card is the Lovers, because the Geminis they're the lovers in the zodiac. And but it doesn't have to be. It could be somebody that you really love, and maybe you want to move forward towards somebody you love. Let's get another card there. We have the Three of Cups reversed. So Three of Cups reversed talks about, there we go with that gossip. People in your business, right? So, but when this is reversed, this talks about, well, overindulgence, drinking, substance, overindulgence in substance. And, this one, well, I don't know if something happened. Did something happen when you went out drinking with your friends? Did you step out on your partner? And maybe that thing you need to clean up. That may not be for everyone, but there's also a warning about overindulgence when you're drinking. Be careful. If you can't handle going to bed with someone else, then maybe you shouldn't be out there, or you should be single. I know that's like tough love, but it had to be said. Okay, if it applies to you, you know who you are. But you can't do this and have the spiritual, the gifts, you have to clean that up because it's low vibration. It just is. You won't be able to connect. You will get mixed signals from guilt and this and that, and so anyway, it depends on what you want. So again, if we can look at where we're at in the process, then we can make a plan, to move forward in whichever way that we desire because of the free will, right? So let's talk about the relationship, the engagement, the home, okay? Well, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, so this is an offer, like a tangible offer that, another card here. Pentacles. So, wanting to move forward, in this, in fairness. So, there is, but this is something not being fair. This is something being, it's like somebody cheating. It's like somebody cheating on, somebody with ulterior motive. Like a bad contract, you know what I mean? Or not moving forward with somebody. But then we have some contradictions here, Sag. We had the Six of Pentacles wanting to, but unable to. It really feels like that you need to speak the truth and let the cards fall where they may. There's the Devil. Or you will be owned, continue to be owned. You have to make a decision. You don't have to do anything. But if you want what it looks like you want, like peace and like this, there's great things. A lot of us have gone through this, these challenges with our desires. And the men have been targeted more. This, downright targeted, So, women have too, but men especially. It is something that is part of the journey. All of this learning is part of the journey. The big mistakes are part of the journey. They are. Okay, so changing your fate. What do you need to do to change your fate? Listen. Well, this is unable to make a decision. So one thing you might want to do is just consider taking those blindfolds off. Just teasing. It's Two of Swords. So blatant with the blindfold and then the swords. This is inner turmoil, not being able to make a decision. If you could put everything away that is, and if you could connect to your soul, if you could listen to your soul and listen to those that are trying to give you information, then it would be easy to choose the path. Easier. Because it's all in steps. We start somewhere, right? So only you can, answer that is really decide what you want. What is it you say you want to other people, to yourself, to your partner? What is it you say you want? And are those words true? Or are those just something you've been saying? Do you live in your truth, you see? You gotta start right at the basics. What do I want? Have I been in automatic mode? You know, like reaction mode? Because I don't know how to feel, or I don't want to feel, or I wasn't taught how to feel. I mean, some of us, we think we're aware, and then we're aware that we weren't aware at all. But that's cleaning up layers, you know, the layers of how we were taught, and, you know, different things we learned and saw, and all of that. Okay, so Three of Pentacles. I have the Two of Swords reversed, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the Three of Pentacles. So, let me do one more card. And then the King of Cups, okay. So, this is what I'm saying. Like, maybe you're feeling like this is giving you bad luck. Whatever's going on here. Where you're stuck because you're not able to make a decision. And that could be, yeah, you're right. You probably are right. Because without being able to make a decision, you really can't move forward. Or maybe things are being just shut down on you, and I don't know what that means. You would? Because, I mean, it looks like it's financial, too. I mean, maybe people don't want to work with you. Maybe people are leaving you or something. Because somebody's trying to get your attention. Okay? So, that very well be, because, you know, sometimes when Spirit says, okay, it's time for you to change, and you don't. And I just said this whole free will thing. We do have free will, but like anything we do, if we don't clean up something, and we've been shown the lesson over and over, there will be consequences, and it might have something to do with how we make a living or whatever. I mean, sometimes when the change has to be done. I don't know what that means, but when it has to be done, only you would know. Then the universe or circumstances will come, and it'll just. That's when the Tower comes. You know what I mean? But then I have this King of Cups here. I have this King of Cups, and this is somebody that is more reserved, maybe a little detached, but still loves very deeply. And who's this King of Cups, please? One more card, please. One more card. So, King of Cups can be a water sign. It can be, it feels like a family member. Family member. I don't know if this person is in spirit or not. But, okay, so water could be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Sorry, I'm just got all this stuff coming to my head. Okay, so we have the King of Cups there. And then we have the Seven of Swords. And that's about betrayal. And then I have the Magician reversed. This is about trickery. Okay. And then we have the Hanging Man, and this is like neat. Okay, let me just give you what the Hanging Man actually represents. The Hanging Man represents somebody hanging upside down, and they're so uncomfortable that to change their life or to change the situation, they have to change the way they're thinking about things. It's just the way it is. And if you don't, you will be uncomfortable, and all the blood will rush to your head. It's kind of weird, right? But this person here is trying to point that out. They're trying to show you that there's deceit here. And I don't know if they had issues like this or not, but they're trying to point this out, whoever this is. I don't know who that is. And for different people, it would be different anyway, but there's somebody here. I don't know, it's your father? grandfather, or, but he's upright. He's upright. And just because he's upright doesn't mean this person couldn't have done this too. But it's somebody that you respect enough that you would listen to. Okay? So you're being asked to consider that. Again, now the energy could be flipped. Okay, 35. I'm going to wrap this up because, okay. I'd like to stay longer, but it takes a long time to load, and I still got to do one more. And it's 12. So, let me just give you, this is Art Through the Eye of the Soul Oracle. I always try to say it backwards. So, if you just, healing, change, it comes one little bit at a time. That was a lot of information. So it's like, holy moly! Yeah, so it just gets to be a lot sometimes. So, it's the listening that's most important, and kind of seeing where you are in your life. And then we have, well, love conquers death, and there you go, because this is the King of Love. That's the King of Love. Well, that was kind of cool, right? Okay, love conquers death, let peace prevail. So, there's a lot of turmoil here. Let peace prevail. This guy is a Templar, right? He has a sword. The sword is like sword of truth. Swords always mean thoughts and truth. Like wands mean passion and excitement and, all kinds of different passion, right? Swords mean truth and information and thoughts. If you can do things that bring you peace, like if you can meditate, that's really hard for me, but I listen to meditative music when I fall asleep. Sometimes that helps instead of just yakking because I like my mind being stimulated so much. But if you can, go for walks, and maybe you already do that, but that's where you might be getting more insight to kind of listen. Sometimes the thoughts that come in and out may be the guidance that you want to hate. Did somebody just say that? It depends on how you receive information. But it does seem like there's this whole music thing and this already knowing. I think you know more than you know. Anyway, Sagittarius. So there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of things shifting, and the Scorpio season, and is it the end it's we have that Taurus, the end of, is it the full moon in Taurus? That's a lot of releasing. So consider what you want your life to be, and that'll help you release. Think about releasing what doesn't serve you, if you feel so inclined. I love you. Have a great week. Bye bye.